Can all the short queens just date shot kings? I don't understand all the hype with needing to date a man who is at least a foot taller than you. And so I'm ranting here to call out all the short women out there strictly looking for guys who are 6 feet tall. There are so many problems with dating with such a huge height difference. So the thing is, my best friend Maya is like 4'11" and during a sleepover, we talked about our type of guys. I talked about finding a guy who was equally sporty and funny. Our other friends talked about getting a guy with a foreign accent or a guy with beautiful brown eyes or a guy with a lot of money. But one thing we all agreed on was finding a guy who was tall. To elaborate, literally everyone in our friend group is tall except for Maya. We're all around 5'9" to 5'11", so we basically tower over a lot of people. So I'm saying that it makes a ton of sense that we would find someone near our height. However, for Maya, she doesn't need to find someone like that. There are men 5'8" and below who would be perfect dates for her. But no, during the sleepover, the only requirement she mentioned was a very tall guy to sweep her off her feet like a princess, as if shorter men can't do that. See, the problem is that if every girl goes for a tall guy, and all the tall guys go for short girls, then what's left for the tall girls? The actual thought just infuriates me, and it makes no sense because of all the problems men would have when dating short girls, like an increased chance of getting a hunchback because of needing to look down or lean over just to have a normal conversation. Can you imagine trying to take a walk around the park and for an hour, you have to strain your neck just to look at the person you're dating? I guess when you have a conversation, you could sit down somewhere, but what if there are no benches around? It's incredibly embarrassing to see a tall man crouch down to be eye level to a girl like Maya just for a conversation or a quick kiss. And for the short girls, a walk in the park would be such a struggle even if you're athletic, because every step your tall man takes is 2 or 3 steps for you. And trust me, it can get annoying because when my best friend Maya asks us to slow down for her, it gets on our nerves. Holding hands with a tall guy would make all the short women like a grown child holding hands with their parents. It's weird and gross, honestly. And similar to men, can you imagine how hard it is to have to increase the sound of your voice just so they can hear you every day for the rest of your life? Yeah, so by all means, please ruin your own voice box. Now imagine life for us tall girls. The number of tall men is already limited. I would even say that they're becoming an extinct species lately. So the hunt is becoming super difficult and tiring. To the point that I told Maya during the sleepover that she should maybe lower her height standard because it's really not going to work out for her. I apologized for being blunt, but I mean someone had to say it, right? Honestly, I think that the world would just be more balanced and a much better place if short people stayed with short people and tall people chose tall people. Don't you guys agree?